Yay! Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wine Wednesday and welcome to our opportunity call. I am going to give us a quick minute. We have a couple others jumping in. Jake, you're on the big screen.
Nice. Well, if you're on the big screen, you better take your mute off. That's the rule. So, no, I'm so honored to be here right now, Laura. I'm gonna give it another minute or two because we're at 5:02 right now.
You got it.
But I'm happy to jump in when you say go, you know?
You got it. I am also going to ask for anyone that does pop in, since we have so many attendees, welcome. Just make sure that you mute yourself so that we can hear all that Jake has to say. I know we're super excited to have Jake Kloberdanz on this call this evening, our CEO and founder of ONEHOPE, the one that has, brought this amazing opportunity to all of us. So I'm super excited that we have this time with you this evening, Jake.
Thank you. I'm excited too. I'm going to ask that everybody think of one thing, one topic, or one question, that burning question that they have. I think that's part of the theme, to put something out there just to open up the possibility. And then there's pressing forward and actually like taking that step to push it to the next level, to take people out of their comfort zone, to engage them, to ask for what you want, to help manifest what you want in the world. And so that's what I'm doing. Dude, that's a nice zinger right off the bat from Pam right there. How to overcome the direct marketing stigma. I think the best way to overcome the direct marketing stigma is to be authentic and be who you are, and share a story that's true and genuine and pure. And we're proving it at ONEHOPE, right? And that's because unity and hope is in our name, it's in our essence, it's in our soul. As I start to think about what's important for us in the future with believing in the way that we are sharing the Napa Valley opportunity and beyond, a true wine experience, right? Beyond the boundaries of Napa. But I say that because I think a lot of people have experienced what we have in Napa. And so when I think about Napa Valley wine tasting experience, what I'm really saying is our wine experience when you come to our property and the way that you feel. And can we bottle up just a little bit of that or a lot of that and bring it home to your state? And there is something special about Napa as a place. It's a very, very special place. And so wrapping all the way back, like my concern about the stigma of others who have come before us in any type of business, regardless of the business model, was squelched long ago when I came to terms with the fact that the 6 co-founders behind this business, the families we come from, the people who surround us, are all the real frickin' deal. And so there's plenty there to point to and say, this is why this company is different than some of the companies you might thinking about when you associate us with a stigma. We aren't the polarizing extremes of it. Actually, we have a winery just across the street from Opus One and Cake Bread, and just around the corner from Staglin. And we make amazing wines, and we have great ratings, and we have an amazing winemaker, and we have amazing people behind the brand. And there's also this visionary guy, Jake, who takes these questions and just winds them all around into this totally different place. And all of a sudden I'm inspired instead of feeling any negative stigma. And so I stopped giving a shit about stigmas because, you know what, we walk the walk here and the truth is in the bottle, right? So like, pour a glass of wine. What do you think? If you don't like it, then sure, say it. But when I walked into a hotel room that my friend was staying at, and he was like, hey, look at what I got when I entered here. And he was at the Four Seasons in Atlanta. And it was like a little mini bottle of our sparkling. That was when I said, screw the stigma of it. Like, we show up in places where people want to be. And one of them is located in the heart of Napa Valley. And the others are located in the living rooms and kitchens and businesses that all y'all have brought us into. And so it doesn't take, when it comes to corporate gifting, it doesn't take much more than to look at some of the companies who have proudly served us too. So that's a little bit of just getting you excited about the opportunity you get to share. It's the opportunity I get to share every day. We show up. Are all the wines out of Napa? No, all the wines are not out of Napa, California. So We source amazing wines from the Russian River as well out in Sonoma. We source our Chardonnay, our reserve Chardonnay, from the Sonoma coast, where the cool winds and the foggy cold nights and the warm days and the breeze coming up the Sonoma Valley makes for the perfect growing conditions to grow hillside Chardonnay. We make wines in Paso Robles in the Central Coast. That Paso Cab, that's the reserve one in the new reserve bottle, is from Paso Robles. And for those of you who haven't made it down there, it's stunning. We've done our Monterey Pinot for years and we love it. Monterey's between Napa, Sonoma, and on your way down to the Central Coast, you'll hit Monterey. Some of you have been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And then there's wines that we've done internationally and wines that our first wine out of Washington State that's coming out too, from the Red Mountain District there, that you should check out. And that spent 30 plus months in barrel, and it's certified biodynamic wine. And we're excited about venturing into Washington, right? And someday I'm sure we'll go into Oregon too. Laura, thank you for putting this together. You're a great leader, and a few of your partners in Hope, I know, are helping you facilitate this. What would you love to hear about the most today? Since you're always putting things on, and a lot of times, as good leaders do, you tend to be the platform and give other people the opportunity to engage and create experiences like this where other people can talk to myself and some of the other leaders in the organization. But I want to put you on the spot and just ask you what you find most inspiring and what you'd like to hear me talk about right now.
I truly love hearing the story behind ONEHOPE. I think it's so important for people just to hear about your vision and how it came to be and where it started and what we have now to share with everybody.
Awesome. Twist my arm, will you? But Laura, that's a perfect stopping point in the middle of the Q&A to get into what I was hoping to share with you is the start. But the story of ONEHOPE and the original vision was really about bringing people together around wine to raise awareness and money for causes. And I was inspired to build a brand that would do that because I was working in grocery stores and in the wine business at the time and was noticing how much cause marketing was resonating with people, these temporary marketing campaigns between a business and a product that was on the shelves, and how well the products that were affiliated with these causes were selling off the shelves. And so from a business perspective, it made a ton of sense to me to create a wine brand that would give back. And then from a purpose standpoint, it made sense to create a wine brand that would give back year round. When I look back about why is ONEHOPE, why was it my destiny, is this combination of being born in the Bay Area during a very special time in the early 1980s and be a part of it in a way from an early age because my mom's company was a marketing research company. And so my love for brands, my love for entrepreneurship, my appreciation for women entrepreneurs who are also moms, and that dates back to not just my mom, but my grandma, who's the first entrepreneur in our family, combined with this tech slant and wine country in my backyard. But my vision, I think, has been driven by that, whether I knew it or not. And that was to build something that gave everybody the opportunity to feel the way my grandma probably felt, to feel the way my mom probably felt, to feel the way I know I feel. That taste of freedom, that feeling when you close a partnership or a deal or a relationship and you grow your business and you made that happen and you put that work into it. And there's really nothing better than that feeling of freedom, that, wow, like I can go and do this. I am a business in and of myself, because every great business starts with a single person taking accountability, and then it grows into a team who works together and takes accountability, whose results are directly connected to the betterment of the community around you. The reason why people connect with our vision is because everybody connects with the purpose, and that life-changing moment where somebody inevitably come into your life and are impacted by one of these thousands of causes that we've been able to raise money for. And you felt for a moment either helpless or hopeless. And then you were able to turn it around in these situations. Instead of taking pity in them, be empowered by them. And I had that moment. My friend Morgan, who had blood cancer, and at that time in my life when I was 23 going on 24, it was that moment for me. And each of you have probably had something that maybe it's not as dramatic, a health thing that happened to you or somebody around you, but a life-changing thing that made you feel like I want to do more in this life. I want to feel connected to something bigger than myself. And that's basically what gives people hope. We're a little mix of all of the things that give you hope in this. We are a community. We are a people-powered platform for giving. And we have a product that happens to create awesome and fun experiences, and great experiences and memories in life are a lot of what give people purpose too. Like, there are people who a part of their purpose is living for that next big exploration, that next trip together, because exploring the world together, going to Jamaica is something that they live for, and that gives them purpose. And they're like, man, I cannot wait. The countdown has begun. I'm 6 months away from that experience. Going to Napa is that. And so purpose isn't just donation. Purpose isn't just earning an income. Purpose isn't just being part of something bigger than yourself. Purpose isn't just friends and community and connection. It's all the things. And we have it all here. And it's crazy that we're arriving at this point where we really do have it all there. And we're trying to make the platform more and more empowering to give people all those things in the same hour of their day, in that same 30 minutes where they hop onto a Zoom and you feel all those emotions. And if you do happen to be going through a tough time, ONEHOPE is where you want to be, And if you open up your heart and your mind to it, you can turn it around, That's what this place is. This place is opportunity, it's community, it's unity. I think about now what the next 14 years look like, and I'm like, man, some people are starting out in year 14 and they just signed up today, and they have the catalog that I never had to sell. They have more than 168 cases in a public storage unit. They have access to 100,000 cases in a bunch of different shipping and fulfillment centers all over the place. And they got a team thinking about them the whole time. That's what people are starting with, People are so fired up. It's amazing. I try to sometimes think about what is 14 more years going forward look, now that I can look at 14 years going back. And I have a pretty big vision for where this is going. There could be somebody coming through the store that's my grandma or my mom. What did they build with this, And there might be somebody coming in our community that's literally me 14 years ago. Like, what does that person build with what we have here? So here we are today, 168 cases after Morgan got blood cancer. I committed to chipping away at ONEHOPE. I put it out into the world. I flew back home and incorporated the business the next day after I saw her. And I've been at it ever since. I mean, that was over 15 years ago. That was April 2006. A year plus later, I was driving down in a U-Haul truck with Tom Leahy and shotgun until 3 a.m. We got down to Southern California, going down the Grapevine in a U-Haul truck with a payload of 7,000 pounds, when the U-Haul truck has a payload max of 5,500, and you're just tapping those brakes, trying not to burn them out. That's an experience. And so we've gone from 168 cases to one of the top 100 wineries out of over 10,000, over 11,000 now in the US. And we're not stopping there. We're over 1,000 times the size we were when we started. But I think that we could be 100 times the size we are right now in a decade. And that's a crazy thing to think about. To think about jumping on a Zoom with 100 times the amount of people we have here. You have 89 people that showed up for this, Laura. That's amazing. That's a community in and of itself. There's 89 people here. There was 8 people when we had that first 168 cases ready to sell. There's 89 on this call alone that's going on at, anywhere from 5:30 to 8:30 across the country. It's an amazing thing. You guys are part of something amazing. I want you to know that. I'm part of something amazing that's way, way bigger than me, that got put out into the world and has a life of its own now. It has 89 lives just on this call of its own, building it. The momentum is too big to be stopped now. So now we just water it, and we take care of it and continue to try to keep up and stay a little ahead of the curve of what's coming next to set it up for success. So Laura, that was a nice short answer to how ONEHOPE started and the vision and everything. Was there anything else that came up or that you wanted to put out there?
I loved Anya just dropped in a comment.
I saw that one. If someone's looking into
I would
this
love to hear that.
opportunity, what's the one thing you would like them to remember or think about when they get off the Zoom? Anya, that's a trick question, and you know it, because me narrowing it down to one thing that I want them to take away. But the one thing is all the things, you know. If I was giving Cliff Notes and I only got 5 words, I would say income, impact, fun, fulfillment, and friends. That's like enough, right? And then if I got to add an extra little sentence to income, impact, fun, fulfillment, friends, it would be being part of something bigger than yourself. And also being part of something that will outlast yourself, right? And so when we talk about nourishing the future, how many things do you do that they have lasting power? We do a handful of things that have lasting power. I love our property because we put so much heart and soul into it that I know it's going to outlive me, right? And so when people go there, they get to see something that ONEHOPE created that's going to be around after the people who created it. And those are the things you put out there that you know your life had a purpose. And great art, which wine is, by the way, and great things that are built are things that inspire people and keep a message around even after people aren't around. So that's how deep I believe in what we're doing, is that everybody gets an opportunity to create a new identity if that's what they're looking for. Everybody gets an opportunity for those 5 more obvious bullet points to do them all in the same hour: income, impact, fun, friends, fulfillment, to be part of something bigger than themselves going forward. And when all is said and done, to leave something behind that outlasts them. And I mean, people do that with really hard things. Raising children, that's the number one that people think about. Building great things, making a mark on somebody, mentorship. These are hard things to earn that opportunity. ONEHOPE is not a hard thing. We made it pretty darn easy to at least do it at some level. And then if you want to go deeper, it does get harder and it is a lot of work, but you get to do all the things in that single hour. You get to touch on a lot of things that are hard to get to in and of themselves, let alone all at the same time. Making money for the people that you care about and for yourself. Making an impact on your community and the people around you. Having fun, that costs money usually. You don't usually make money having fun. You spend money on fun. Fulfillment, people search all their lives for fulfillment. And friends, everyone knows that friends are one of the hardest things to come by, and you hang on to them hard when you find them. And I know for a fact that there are people that have come through the property and through these events that literally they found their best friends and their tribe here, and they love them. And it's actually like their biggest takeaway from this, more than the money, maybe even more than the impact and donation, although that feels really good to them too. They're like, if I had to give all the rest of them up, it would be the friends and the people. And at the end of the day, it is all about the people when it comes to a business anyways. So it's aligned personally and professionally. We are a people-powered giving platform, and it's all about the people. So I promised Laura that I would keep it to 30 minutes, and I'm pretty close for me. So unless there's anything that you want me to wrap it up with, Laura, I'm yours. And otherwise, I'm like I said, I'm truly appreciative for the opportunity.
Jake, we're appreciative for you being here and sharing your time with us. I would say, like, I love how you talked about kind of the direct sales, right? And I always love to share, like, you started right in 2007 as, you know, that retail side. And then I always love to explain, like, 2016 came and like you gave us this opportunity to create a larger impact. And I always look at it as that, like, as us as college entrepreneurs can now, like, on top of all of your wines giving back, now we can have these amazing wine tastings, and now we can help all of these local and global charities through our hosts. And I always thought that was so cool. And I thank you for that concept and the fact that we can earn an income doing that. You know, like, we have the best job ever, truly the best job ever.
You have the same job I do. I mean, I most of you know me, know that I consider myself a cause entrepreneur too. Like, that is Cause Entrepreneur ONEHOPE is my title of CEO, not Chief Executive Officer. I'm a cause entrepreneur through and through. And I love the idea that there's, 10,000 plus people in this with us building their businesses with the help of our main business, right? And yes, this model of how we're sharing our story and raising money and putting money in the pockets of good people it's everything about it's better than the way wine brands have been built in the past. Every layer of what we've built here is better than what exists and has existed in the wine industry historically. And our product's as good as anybody's. And like I said, the purpose is what sets us apart on top of it. And then also, I don't think we're perfect at it, obviously, but we build better and better software all the time. And we're starting to be recognized as one of the best software companies in the wine industry. And I've had numerous very big companies tell me that recently. And we've got a lot to go there, and we continue to roll new things out. And the combination of all of those things has created an amazing business opportunity. And I think the proof is in the people who have been attracted to it and come and joined us. People like you, Laura, people like Lori, people like Anya, people like Beth. You guys are all rock stars. Stephanie Crawford, I know you're not on the screen, but I see you. And Dana Hanna, I already saw earlier this morning. She still logged in from while she was getting her amazing hair done. And we got to do a little coffee together, a lot of familiar faces. And then there's a bunch of you who are new. And I appreciate you even opening your mind and jumping on and leaning in and at least seeing what it's all about, And the people who our brand speaks to, it really speaks to them. And so if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm still not sure, I don't know either. To be honest, everybody has a seat here at the table. We'd love to have all of you, but the people who know, they know, and they throw themselves into it and they love it, and it changes their lives.
That was amazing. I feel like every time I hear Jake speak, it makes me want to join over and over and over again and, be a part of this incredible mission. For anyone that was joined here this evening, make sure that you circle back to the CE and friend that invited you, and they will be happy to answer any questions that you have. And I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you part of our community. Enjoy the wine, enjoy the impact, enjoy the income. I hope everybody has a wonderful night.
Thank you, guys. Excited for all of you who joined us tonight. And thank you again to those of you who put this together. Amazing turnout. Can't wait to have some of you come and visit me. I'm not really here, obviously, but at this beautiful spot. And I can't wait to see some of you out on the road soon enough. I'm going to be making the rounds. 2022 is going to be an amazing year. Close it up strong with the holidays. This is the best time of the year to do it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you so, so much.